Singaporean filmmaker Wee Li Lin made her first feature film Gone Shopping in 2008. The film stars local actors Adrian Pang and Kim Ng. Prior to that, Li Lin won the Best Director and Special Achievement Awards for her short films.
So we know that Li Lin is a very prolific short filmmaker, and this is your second feature-length film to date. So what is the transition, from short films to feature-length films?
It's 10 times more pressure doing a feature film, but it was, creatively, it was the most fulfilling experience I've had doing Gone Shopping and now forever. I always think it gets easier with every time, but actually it's just as hard. There's new challenges and new people that you have to work with, and so I think every project is a challenge, especially when it's a small budget film. And I think my short films did give me some, training, and especially they were all very independently done. So I was, I think from the training from a short film, you're able to be quite resourceful and know how to learn how to beg for things, where you need to. I think I'm quite addicted to the process. Just as Joey's addicted to finding that true love, I'm addicted to making films.
What extremes will you go then?
Yeah, I think anyone in Singapore wanting to make independent film, I would say is quite an extreme person. So I guess maybe I am quite extreme.
But it's also this extreme quality that kept her in the industry for so long. Li Lin did her tertiary education in America and returned to Singapore to work as a freelance TV producer and director.
How do you think the Singapore film industry has progressed since you made the first film?
When I was making Gone Shopping, there were also quite a number of feature films being made. But I think the exciting thing about Forever is that it's supported by the new feature film fund from the MDA, and that means a lot to me, to be able to be supported by the Singapore Film Commission and the MDA, to have that endorsement, because Gone Shopping was done pretty independently. And they funded quite a few films, so I think that's very exciting, and I think that's a very positive step forward to want to encourage local feature filmmakers to make their film, and for them to give it to me for my second film. I think that was very, very encouraging. I would say that my concern is that Singapore audiences, we still need to warm up more to Singapore films. I still think there's a little bit of reverse prejudice against Singapore films. Unless you're Jack Neo, who has such a strong following, and now Royston.
What do you think makes a good Singapore film then?
Obviously, if you look at it from box office figures, then one would say a good Singapore film is films made by Jack Neo, and I really respect Jack, and I think some of his films have great characters, great acting. But I would say that my style is different. Yeah, so I can't say. Yeah, I can only do what is to my sensibility and what I enjoy. Yeah, and also from looking at filmmakers that I respect. I would say that my taste is mostly American independent films, because I grew up watching American films. So I think that style of storytelling is quite influential on me.
Up next, Li Lin shares about all things Singaporean in her new film Forever.